everybody, and welcome back to RNBHomestead. Today we're going to be planting a hardy fig. That's right, a hardy fig. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you're notified every time I do a video. Make sure to give us that thumbs up and share this video. So let's get into the video. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the video. So like I said, we're going to be planting a fig tree today. Now, mind you, fig trees love super hot weather. So they usually suggest that you plant these 4 to 6 days, right, Robin? 4 to 6 weeks after your last frost date, which mine is April the 15th. So that's why I'm planting inside in my container. Plus, I have limited space because I'm in the apartment. So, as I was saying, these grow to be about 10 to 12 feet tall, and you want to make sure that you space them 3 to 4 feet apart if you're planting this outside. Again, you usually get your fruit in the summer, starting in about around May. So, let's go ahead and plant this fig. So, mind you, with me living in an apartment, pruning is very essential because I can't let this tree get 10 to 12 feet tall. Well, I am going to transport it to Arizona, so why not? But we're starting in a smaller pot, and of course, most likely 99% of the time I will switch it over to a bigger pot. I actually got some bigger pots from Dollar Tree, the big ones. So once these plants get bigger or I move them outside, I'll actually put them in the bigger pots and put them out on my balcony. So what I have here is, of course, we have the little name tag. So you want to make sure that when you're doing these name tags that you put what you've grown, because I know we all think that we have 100% memory, but we don't. So you want to put down, I usually put down what variation it is. So make sure I put down a hardy fig, and today is the 25th of 2021. Also, I have my little handy dandy water to water in. It actually just pumps like this. I actually saw this when I was watching Homestead Heart, so shout out to Homestead Heart. This is wonderful, especially when you're container gardening inside, or gardening in small places like me in an apartment. I have my gloves, of course, and with this fig plant, we're going to add for fertilizer. We're going to, you can use tomato fertilizer, like the bags that say tomato. I'm actually going to use, where is it at? Some blood meal and some bone meal. But we'll put that in after we've gone ahead and planted the tree. Of course, I got my little handy starter pot. I have filled this up halfway because, again, you want to make sure that you're planting the root system and not the actual bark. So let's go ahead and open this little fig up. Now, I use my own soil mixture, and for the figs you can use 50% potting or potting soil. You can use 25% black cow, and then 25% coconut coir, or I use peat moss. So I use 25 black cow, 25 peat moss, and then 50% soil. Now with for when you fertilize these, I use the slow fertilizing, so it's not liquid, so that I don't have to fertilize as often. But when I talk to some people who actually have a fig farm, they recommend fertilizing at least once a week, because these plants love hot weather, like 90+ weather, and they also do very well in that type of weather. Also, you want to be mindful with these figs is that it takes about 90 days for the fig to ripen. So again, you're looking at May through September, you can be harvesting these figs. And you want to also monitor the water that you want to monitor the water very, very close with these figs, because they are drought resistant. But depending on your water, the water intake you give your figs, it also coordinates with the sugar sweetness of the fig. So be very careful if you want some sweet figs not to overwater them. So let's go ahead and pull this baby on out of here. And it got some serious root systems going on. And I didn't put my glove on beforehand. Let's see what's going on. I mean, that is all roots tangled up in there. So what that means is that I'm going to take my little tool here and push the soil to the side to put this in here. Go ahead and put my other glove on, because this little one is going to be a little bit more, not a little bit more. And then I got these on backwards. Robin. Got the gloves on backwards. This is what happens when you plant so much stuff, and you also have a natural skincare line, and you work full time. Sometimes you do craziness, like putting your gloves on backwards. But let's go ahead and get this pot. Now, I don't like how that's centered. Make sure it's centered. Having some difficulty centering this fig. So then we're going to go ahead and take and fill the dirt the rest of the way up. So like I said, growing up, I wasn't a really big fan of figs. But then when I met some people who like grow these and learned that the figs that I was eating weren't as sweet because of how they were grown. So once I tasted some really sweet figs, and then actually they do fig jelly and they mix it with like strawberries, it is so good. Most of you actually eat this probably like some fig Newtons or something like that, but that's basically what they do. They put this mixture, the fig mixture, in some cookies. And with anybody, cookies are good. So I filled that all the way up to the top. We're gonna go ahead and pump this and water this in. And like I said before, this has a spray feature or mist feature. And again, with my soil, I always go ahead and my soil mixture and I mix it together, and then my topsoil, I take it and I put hot water over it to kill the gnats larvae in there, and then I go ahead and then mix the rest of the mixture, the black cow and the peat moss in there. And make sure we go ahead and water this in really well. Now mind you, if your pots do not have drainage holes, make sure you put enough drainage holes in there so that your plants are not sitting in water. So let's go ahead and get my bone meal, my blood meal and my bone meal. Now with with these, I suggest you read the back of them, the instructions, because now you know you guys are watched. I just planted like 4 or 5 things and I still forgot. So with this one, we're doing, where is the instructions? So this one is the 4 teaspoons, and then I do 1 of the bone meal. And that was from me speaking with some individuals who grow these. Because again, I want to grow all this and take it with me to Arizona when I get my homestead. You guys make sure that you tune in because I have some updates about that. And I need updates. You really got to be careful who you use when it comes to purchasing land in their knowledge base. I mean, not to toot my own horn, I have a little experience. I just have 20 years in the finance and mortgage industry. So they have to work a little bit harder to scam me. But for the average person, you need to be careful. So there you have it. Then we take our little tag, put it on in there, and watch it grow. And then it actually, come on, my OCD kicking in. It's kind of tilted, but we'll fix that. But again, make sure you guys hit that bell notification so you're notified every time that I do a video. Make sure to give this a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Tell all your family and friends. Make sure you also leave me some messages down below. Let me know what you'd like to see me plant next, or also if you have any recommendations as far as growing. We are all learning here. Don't care if you've been growing for 6 months to 60 years. There's always something to learn. So if you have some added information, by all means, let me know. But until next time, see you later.